Good morning, people. So, another video, Married Man Advice 101. This is actually a response to, not to anyone in particular, but I just saw this video making the rounds on Twitter. This woman, black one in particular, and she's talking about how women are supposed to be within the context or confines of the relationship, excuse me, in regards to their man. Right, husband, boyfriend, whatever, right? All the little tips and tricks that they need to exercise in order to have a successful relationship. The issue that I find with this kind of stuff is that these are all problems that were already solved for, right? What I mean by that is there's nothing new under the sun. I'm 43 for perspective. Everything I know is not new. This stuff has been around, since forever, since human beings existed. Especially once we came together in our little villages and huts and whatnot. This stuff is not new, okay? That's just the way it is. Religion has solved for these problems, be it Christianity, be it Islam, Judaism, and all the other countless religions that are on this planet that people practice and live by. The religious framework tells men and women exactly how to be. The problem in our modern era is that we're just so loose that people generally do what they want to do, and that in effect creates the issue, the problem. We're too free, right? And we're so free that we have lost sight of what the basics are. We don't know how to be with each other. We don't know how to be in relation to God. And I'm not religious in my current life. I did grow up that way initially, and it did not stick. I spent way too much time in church. I just wasn't with it. But I think at this ripe age of 43, I really do realize the importance of religion, why it actually matters, right? Why human beings need a framework to live by and within. And what I've realized, especially when it comes to women, and this of course isn't to bash, is that women tend to struggle with understanding the hard concepts and laws of what religion teaches and imposes, because there are no ways out. For example, if just take a command, thou shalt not kill. Yeah, that's simple and easy enough, right? Thou shalt not kill. The thing is, it's such a black and white concept. It's clear to us, as a man, I understand I cannot do this, of course, unless I need to do it, to protect my family, to protect my wife, protect my children. But you don't walk around killing people. But I find, especially with today's contemporary female population, they don't like the concept of a hard law that they cannot break. I find that women tend to value, they tend to say things and even behave, kind of sponsored by and through the lens of plausible deniability, so that they're never trapped either left or right, and they have the ability to go in a different direction whenever they see fit, right? They have the ability to kind of switch it up, and that way, quite frankly, they're never really held accountable for anything, because if they do something wrong, if they can change how you feel about it or how a certain group feels about what they did as wrong, then that nullifies the action being wrong. For me, it's very simple, and for most men, we do something wrong, we will get punished. That's just how it goes. But I do find for most women that they don't like the concept of them doing something wrong, hence they don't like the hard black and white concepts of you do something wrong, it's followed by a punishment, right? So that brings me back to the video without me going down a rabbit hole. The video of detailing what women should do. Again, this stuff isn't new. We don't need women to understand why they should do this or why they shouldn't do that, because they've already demonstrated that there's a huge lack of understanding, or quite frankly, they don't want to understand. More so, I would say, we just need women to adhere, right? And I know this, I've had these conversations with my wife a lot, and I realize that she struggles with stuff that when I impose on her, she struggles with the concepts of understanding why I need these things done. She's just not wired for it. She's not programmed for it. It's much better, and I find, right, for her to just simply follow the instruction that I laid out for her. If she follows the instruction, then even without the understanding, it solves the problem, and it prevents her from struggling to trying to understand what it is I'm asking of her, or more, even more so, why. That's what I've learned, right? From my point of view, I think it's a waste of time trying to teach a woman something she doesn't already know. Again, from my point of view, I find that when you try to introduce a concept to a woman that she isn't already familiar with, she's going to resist, because you're trying to change her way of life, her way of thinking, and she'll process it as some kind of attack on her, especially personally, right? It's better for obedience and adherence as opposed to understanding, even though they'll say, women I mean, that they want to understand, they want you to communicate. The fact is, when you actually try to do that, you end up in a rabbit hole, right? You end up just going around in circles, because every time you try to make the point and you try to teach, they'll put up resistance and you'll get absolutely nowhere, right? So it's the best thing is obedience and adherence to the instruction, not understanding. This is an absolute waste of time, right? Just my 2 cents, married man advice. And effectively, what's the key takeaway here? Don't try to teach a woman. Give her the instruction, and that's it.